Greetings, redheads. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Thank you for joining me in another episode of your favorite show, the one, the only Red's View. Of course, I am your gracious host, J Red. And once again, we have the man cave discussion going on, featuring some of my partners, some of my compadres. To my right, we got Najee. What's happening, Najee?
What's good? What's good?
That's TikTok King right there. Then we got Harrison, the controversial. Don't hold his tongue for nothing. Harrison, what's happening?
Oh, man. I was about to say what's up. Damn, I was like, there was a whole bunch of monikers. Oh, okay. What's good, people?
You know, I'm working on monikers because PM always get the legendary treatment. So I'm having to make sure, since y'all are regulars now, I got to
Well,
give
I was about
everybody
to say
special
something
treatment.
negative about Najee, but I was like, well, damn.
And I was about to say something negative about you, and I held it in.
Hey, let me hold this one in then. Go ahead. What's good,
Then
everybody?
we got the most honorable, legendary PM of all DJs, the most honorable DJ PM. What's happening?
What's up, bro? You all right?
I am good. I'm good. I'm good. Then we got STL's own legendary Coop, the motherfucking trio. What's happening, bro?
What's the word?
Man, the word is bond. My word is bond. The word is good. We looking clean than the board of health. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
Dudes then left the gym. You know what I'm saying? Getting our cardio on and all that other stuff, man. So thank you everybody for joining us today. And before we begin, let me make sure that give a special shout out to what we got going on. So we got Red Velvet, the EP, Red Velvet. That's my new EP, y'all. It's available on all streaming platforms. 4 absolute jams. Been getting nothing but rave reviews. This is by J Red, so make sure that you stream it, download it, support it, purchase it. Red Velvet, J Red. Anybody got a chance to check out the EP?
I ain't heard it yet, but
Yes.
but the reason I have this because when I listen to a project the first time, I like to listen to it all the way through.
For
so
sure.
I just ain't had time to sit and listen to it yet.
Well, it's only like
kisses.
What'd you say?
Chocolate kisses and blessings. Or blessed. Is
Blessed.
it blessed or blessings?
Blessed.
Blessed. Blessed and chocolate kisses. I say. That's the go-tos. Whoever can download, stream, whatever, they're my go-tos.
Bless was probably my favorite, off of before. It was between that and you, but then you kind of settled to easily second. But Bless was probably my favorite off the track.
I
like off the EP.
What'd you say, Najee?
I said chocolate kisses.
Chocolate kisses. That's the crazy thing, man. I've been getting a lot of good feedback. So everybody got their picks, but it's good that everybody got different ones. You know what I'm saying? So that proves it that it went hard. But PM ain't number 13 minutes, bro. It's only 4 tracks.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Nigga said I gotta sit in the room naked listening
Right.
to the camera.
He said he gotta analyze it. I'm like, bro, it ain't number 4 tracks, dog. It'll go by real quick. So yeah, man. Make sure that y'all check that out. Thank y'all boys for supporting it, man. And sharing me your favorite tracks and letting the viewers know that it is a solid project. If you're looking for good production, good content, man, you got to check it out. And PM, I want you to tell me what your favorite track is when you check it out.
I got y'all listen to it today. I got it.
All right, for sure. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. Y'all know the reason that we're here. Come on, man. We're gonna get into these topics. So, gentlemen, I want to know, man. A lot of women leading up to Valentine's Day, and by the way, happy belated Valentine's Day to everyone. All right, especially all the ladies. So a lot of women, I see this from time to time, and I'm sure you gentlemen see it as well. The women will say today's dating pool has piss in it, right? So when I hear that, I look at myself. I've never had issues dating. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as finding a woman, going on a date with a woman, consistently talking to a woman. I'm always situated. It seems like gentlemen, guys are always situated, right? You don't really see too much complaining. We complain about some stuff like, oh, why she got to have on all the makeup, BBLs. But for the most part, dudes always keep them, dudes be situated. But in y'all's point of view, and I'll start with you, PM. Do you think that the dating world, today's dating world, has piss in it?
I mean, I'm only assuming they mean like it's like messed up. So I mean, yeah, of course it is. But I mean, it's because like the society we live in is not the society of old. So, like, if that's what you're expecting, then of course you're gonna feel like it got piss in it. I mean, yeah, like people got options these days, man. Like, I don't know what else to say, you know.
Nas, you look like he want to follow up behind it. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say, like, I seen a stat the other day, and really and truly, the stats say that there's like for every man there's 4 women. So that means motherfuckers just gotta step their game up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
like,
that's not even including like dudes that's incarcerated or like
No.
homosexual men.
No, that's what I'm saying. So every dude in the world has at least 4 to 5 women, as a pick, and they got a slim to none chance. So
How
that
many you
means
got?
they compete against 4 to 5 other people. So they got to really step the game up. What they bring it to the table.
How many you got?
I got 1.
Oh, okay. Smart man.
So Harrison, so okay, I hear that perspective, but why do you think, Harrison, these women of today are saying that the dating pool has piss in it?
Because they getting their stats and info off Twitter. Well, also literally because it got piss in it. Since Carisha like to get peed on, and now all of a sudden everybody come out the woodwork and they like to get peed on.
Right.
But other than that, I feel like people get their stats off of Twitter and online. I think people like take a couple popular tweets, like when somebody said Usher couldn't perform at the Super Bowl, and I feel like they attribute that to all of the people. But I still think it's, to me, it's the same. And I've been around the difference of the age groups. I just think that more focus is put on social media stats and like what's really happening. You know what I mean? So I don't know if we're taking what we see versus what we read. So
Got you. So cool. As far as your experience, you know what I'm saying? Like within the last, because all of us are like what 30 plus now, right?
Yep.
All right. So as far as your dating experience from when you first started dating, have you ever had problems with selections of women, or you know what I'm saying? Because we all dealt with a crazy one. I'm talking about somebody you actually dated. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, have you ever ran into that issue where you just like, man, this dating thing ain't it?
I mean, yeah, because it always been there, bro. I mean, I put like this. How can I put it? Like what bro just said, bro. Like it's all about how you program, right? So now social media is programming a lot of women to be, you have to be this and this and that. But then, back when we was younger and before then, women was going off of magazines and, what they was telling them what a man wants and all this other shit and how a man should treat them and how the dating world should be. You know what I'm saying? Instead of really just looking into themselves and what they really want. You know what I mean? So to answer your question, it's always been men versus women. You know what I'm saying? That's always been a conversation since day one. My old dude, they generation used to have them conversations all the time. They generation Xers. It's always been that. You feel me? As far as the dating scene, I've always heard men ain't shit. Ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? It's always been there. You feel me? I just think it's our turn, and I think too because of social media, everybody's opinions is just louder now. We get to watch everybody's opinions. You know what I mean? So that's the main thing. Now, as far as the criteria, as far as like the standards, because of social media, yes, all these women are saying this, that, and the third, but they're not realizing how narcissistic they are as well. But that, you feel me? Because if they're saying that they want this, it has piss in it. The dating pool has piss in it. Well, what are you doing to attract that piss?
Thank you. Thank you.
That's why I'm mad with it.
I think they got expectations too. I think people are putting a lot of expectations on stuff you see videos all day long where women be like, oh, I want somebody to make $100,000, $200,000 a year. And it's like, so what do you make a year? She like, oh, I make like $20,000 a year. that's unrealistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, how
Exactly.
do you expect something like that? And then also, where are you meeting these people at? You got a lot of people that's using Tinder and, you know what I'm saying, all these dating apps, and they got to realize the way that women are using dating apps are not the way that men are using dating apps.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that's two different things. So you're getting, you know, something that you're expecting, but the dude is not expecting that on no dating app. You know,
Yeah.
so people are not meeting people like they used to. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going out and getting to know people and shit like that. Like, you meet somebody on a dating app and then she bring you to the house that night. Like, what the hell are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's weird as fuck. So, like, what are you expecting?
That's what and you know, to piggyback off of what y'all saying too, I feel like it's perception, right? If you stay on social media, of course you'll think that. If you use apps to date, and I'm talking about Facebook, Instagram, Tinder, all of that stuff, right? When I'm in the real world, right? It's me and the woman that I'm trying to holler at. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa, however they choose to say it, right? I haven't ran into an issue as to because I attract what I put out there. You know what I'm saying? I've never ran into an issue. Now, have I dealt with women that were crazy before? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But more than likely, I was just having sex with them, honestly. It wasn't anything, any type of emotional connection. It was just like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna deal with her for right now. The pussy's good, you know what I'm saying? So eventually it's gonna get old at some point and I move on. But I don't, the reason I'm bringing that up is because I see women consistently complain about it. But what Cooper said, I feel 100% facts is that what are you doing to still be in that pissy pool? You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, there is a public pool as far as, you know, a recreational pool. Then you have a pool that's inside of the YMCA, right? Now in the neighborhood pool, everybody can come in that pool. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can go in there and piss and do
Pause.
whatever, right? Right, Paul. But in a YMCA pool, what do you have to have? You have to have a membership. You have to pay fees. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay in LA Fitness. You just can't go in there. It's not a public pool. But a public pool, anybody can be in there. So my thing is to the women who do complain about it, how do you get into that YMCA pool? How do you get into the LA Fitness pool instead of doing what social media may say or the cliche things that, you know, you'll see? Because I feel like if I can do it, these women can do it too, because women have the access to the sex. And if they hold their standards up, you know what I'm saying, you're going to attract certain type of dudes that you do want. They always say they want a man making a certain amount of money. Do you think you're going to find him at a hookah bar? Or do you think you'll find him at an exquisite restaurant?
Yeah.
Just saying. You know what I'm saying?
And they be in STK too on Mondays.
You're right. Yeah, they do.
You know?
Yeah, they do.
I don't know. Like, dude mindset though is like a dog gonna hunt, and I feel like if you the easiest comparison, if you want to put it in cars, dudes going to dating like spades. How many books I got? Females going to dating like Uno, the last card there. So when you just trying to put it all on one card and shit and get out Uno out and be out the dating world, of course you're gonna do whatever. You may be blindsided, but a guy always goes into a lot of times. I ain't gonna say all the time, but you got options. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't go out there saying, I'm looking like, because guys don't date women to change their lives on a personal level. Like, oh, she's gonna take me out of here, and I ain't gotta pay no bills or la la la. Like, we don't get that option. So, guys, it's always what Josh was saying about the whole 20,000. Like, you always adding someone on versus women are trying to be taken out of their situation and upgraded. Guys, you gonna keep you some books and you're gonna figure out which one is gonna win it for you, which one can you throw away. And so that's how I look at it. That's probably why it's a difference of it too, because we go into it two different ways.
So PM, what would you tell a woman if she's consistently having issues in the dating world?
Go get you a possible.
Nah, I mean, definitely, like, she got to look within herself, man, and see, like, what is it about her that's attracting what she allegedly doesn't want. You know what I'm saying? And if that's the case, then why do you keep settling for that? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, eventually you got to look at yourself. And that's not just for women, that's for men too. Like, you know what I'm saying? If as a man you keep attracting a certain type of woman, but you claim you don't like these type of women, what is it about you that's attracting them? And then try to change that. Or not. Deal with it. I mean, the choice is yours.
and we got, I think what women have to understand is that men have options, and social media has made it this much worse because
Yeah.
you can be a character hollering at a woman on social media. You know what I'm saying? I'm J Red on social media, right?
Right.
But my government, I gotta present myself. If I'm at a workplace or I can't just come to you and say what I want to say to you. I can literally go through 10 different DMs and say, hey, what you doing tonight? I'm trying to come over. I'm trying to come over. I'm
Right.
trying to come. One person's gonna say, yeah. One
Well,
girl
the
is
law
gonna
of
be
averages said so. Yeah.
so women. I think that the biggest thing is you have to move accordingly and present yourself. This goes back to the social media thing. You are what you put out there. If you are twerking and you know what I'm saying, showing your body parts and stuff like that, and then when dudes holler and only want sex, but then you be like, damn, the dating pool, all these dudes want to cheat, all these dudes want to do X, Y, Z. I mean, what did you put out there?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Tap into yourself and look at that. But this goes to my next point. How can a woman know if a man is wasting her time? Coop, I'm gonna start off with you on this one. How can a woman know? She come up to you, be like, Coop, oh my God, like, how can I know if a man is wasting my time? So many dudes just waste my time and lead me on and all this other stuff. What would you tell her?
I would tell her I can't violate God code. You gotta figure that shit out. nah. But I would tell her, like, if it was one of my homegirls, right? Look, one of the best analogies I ever heard, right? It said, okay, relationships are like relationships are investments, right? But it's like a stock, right? Okay. Is what you putting in, is it a good return on investment? If not, you need to move on. So what I'm saying is, if you keep putting into this man, whatever, however you doing, time, energy, and everything, and you're not getting nothing in return like that, you obviously wasting time. Look at your time as if it's money. You ain't gonna waste your money on a stock that you can't, that's not gonna grow or give you no dividends and give you nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna want something. You're gonna want to invest in something that you receive a lot more back. You feel me? You want a good return on investment. So I would just ask them, is this person a good return on the investment? If not, then they wasting your time.
Shout out to Ray Livy. Shout out to Ray Livy. Mobtown is in the building. I love you, Ray. All right, Najee. If a woman comes to you and say, how can I know if a man is just wasting my time? I'm just not having success. Every time I get with a dude, he leads me on. What can I know? What are the signs?
I mean, I would just tell somebody just like let's say you're talking to your family member, you talking to somebody like that. You would tell them like, at first ask questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just start talking to a dude and then you be like, I want some long term, but you ain't never asked the dude what he want. You know what I'm saying? Because that could be the end right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, don't pass go. Like, hey, I want some long term. He like, hey, I ain't trying to do nothing long term. Okay, then you need to move on, go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And then I always tell people, like, one thing that girls do when they get stuck is they live off potential. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the dude ain't showing you shit and you living off, oh, well, he could do this. He said he want to do this and he want to be a superstar. And he like, that's potential. Like, potential can only last so long. After that shit, if it's been fucking 3 months and we still on potential, you need to move the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? You need to do something else because that shit be dead. But like I said, I would just tell people, like, put the expectations out, ask the questions, and then if you're not getting the answers you get, then move the fuck on. Like, stop trying to believe in some shit that they people gonna tell you how they feel up front at the beginning. They're gonna let you know it's if you listening to them or not.
From the get-go. Harrison, do you feel like it's a time limit? Because Najee just dropped 3 months. Do you feel like it's a time limit to where a woman can be like, okay, this ain't happening, I need to get out?
You muted.
You muted. Sound like you muted.
Yeah. When you first had like an initial conversation of like, what are you looking for? That's probably like the time limit right there. Like, I agree what he said, like, to an extent. I feel like they only wasting their time because it's like, I just say me, for example. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I plan on doing. Like, I just want to kick it. And if you think that you're gonna stay with me and then change my mind after I told you what was gonna happen, then you feel like you wasted your time later. Is that really you wasted your time later, or that you were just persistent on wanting me and I didn't want that? So I don't know. I that's kind of like how I look at it. Like, some of these conversations that you get, I feel like it should be easy to spot a red flag. Like if a nigga asking you for a ride everywhere in the first 2 weeks, that's an early sign. It shouldn't take 6 months to go. But I feel like a lot of times, are you wasting time, or was it something you thought you could change over time?
Got you. PM. What is your feedback on it? How can a woman know if
How
a
can
guy
a woman
is
know if a
wasting
man is wasting her time? She can't until you know what I'm saying? Just I mean, she can't until like I mean that she could do everything they said, like they can have conversations, but some niggas is liars. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Or some niggas is gamers, you know what I'm saying? Like they like spitting game, or they'll lead you on, they'll do this, they'll do that. So honestly and truly, a woman can't truly know if a dude is wasting her time if he don't want her to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like they said, but if the guy is honest, if the guy is open and honest, then they gotta go off what the guy says. Like, for example, if a woman meets a man and a man says, "Hey, I'm just trying to have fun," you need to believe that nigga.
Right.
Cause like my man Harrison said, like, it's not that man's fault if he tells you, "Look, I'm just kicking it," and you think you got what they say on Harlem Nights, you think your vagina is so good that when you throw it in the air, it turn into sunshine, and that's gonna make him, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's just it for me. So like I said, if the man is an honest man, ask questions and he'll tell you. But if he's not an honest man, it sucks to say, but you ain't gonna know. You just not gonna know.
To piggy. So here's my thing. What you said is correct. It's a chance that you wouldn't know because men do know how to play the game, just like women know how to play the game for what they want. Everybody can play the game. However, there are a lot of red flags I feel like women see, but they overlook it, right?
Yes.
If he does not introduce you to his friends, if you don't know who he kicks it with, right? Within like the first couple of months of you talking to him, because a dude knows straight off the jump if this is the one he's really trying to date, and he ain't gonna waste no time. Just like I'm not saying that because I don't like to put time limits on when you propose to a woman and everything like that, right? Your finances may not be straight or whatever, but you'll know if a dude is genuinely interested in you. The types of questions he asks to you, if he wants to get to know your friends, if he wants to go out with you, hang with you, get to know your family, get to know about your life, right? And of course, sex can happen the first night. We're physical, sexual beings. I'm not saying if he has sex with you the first night, he'll lose interest and all the other stuff. Does that happen? Yeah. But there are a lot of red flags that I feel like women see. And like, I forgot who has said it. They'll
It's
see
good.
it.
I said it.
Yeah. And then they'll try to change it up. They'll be like, okay, well, I'm going to change him. And women, I've had women stop talking to me based off of they feel like they had somebody who had potential. So women, by nature, they're going to go off potential. That ain't never going to stop. However, if it's certain things, like if he's showing you that he's very nonchalant, he don't really get to know you, and you don't really know his friends, you don't know what his plans with you are, you know, all of that stuff, then after, I would say you should spend no more time than like 2 months. Honestly, 3 is really pushing it. But I think a lot of women just offer potential, thinking they can change and all this other stuff. They'll be in that situationship for like a year or two until the next dude come around, and then they feel safe and secure and be like, okay, bet. But what'll happen is they reach the age of 35, and then they'll blame all of the dudes for wasting their time when he showed you who he was from the get-go. But you said, nah, I can change him and all this other stuff. So I would say, yeah, like if you don't really get to know him, if you don't know who he hang with, you know what I'm saying, like all that other stuff. And again, like PM said, you can know all of that and he could still be wasting your time.
Yep.
I was gonna add too, I feel like women think that if you don't get married to somebody, then that's a waste of time. But I feel like, at least, I don't know, y'all can attest, at least me, anything I learn from somebody can be a lesson, because why get with somebody and then they not who you meant to be, but they who you are meant to learn something from. And I feel like wedding shouldn't be, I feel like wedding is the end goal for women. And I feel like that's not for men. And so I feel like a lot of times when they say they wasted their time, so I was with him for 4 years and we didn't get married. I feel like I wasted my time. Well, you also had horrible credit, you couldn't do finances, but now that you are with him, or you couldn't spot BS from somebody else, you'll just get duped. So if
You,
the
you
first
didn't know how to invest in the stock market. You know what I'm saying?
let's say you didn't even know how to cook or clean, or you didn't know how to just do certain things, or you just couldn't spot lies from somebody. If you just get with that person and you make it to the altar, I feel like women at times put their personal growth based off of a relationship, and I feel like guys, at least a lot of them, become better people from relationships, not their relationships, but from relationships.
But
And I
to
feel like
play
that's
that,
really different.
but to play devil's advocate with that, I hear what you're saying, and what you're saying, I'm not disagreeing with it. But I think the fact that women are on a time period, biological clock, right? We all know the geriatric pregnancy stage when they get to like 35, and all this other stuff. So the difference between us and them is that they're on that time clock, so they're looking at it like, man, I'm trying to get married. And what happens is they'll learn and learn and learn, but that'll be built up frustration for men, and it makes them difficult to date years later on, because they don't look at that as growth and experience. They look at that as dealing with a lot of depression and anxiety, and carrying what this person did to the next person, and now they're in shambles. You know what I'm saying? So I think that they could look at off experience, but I think that can also be, playing devil's advocate, that can be a negative too when
But
they
I
have
but,
all.
but I think even dealing with that, if that's the case, and you feel like, hey, I know I'm gonna be in a time crunch, then those 20 years, those in your 20s, when you out here wilding outside, that's when you should be getting your shit together. That's
That's
when you
true.
should be, giving your all to whoever you're trying to find, instead of doing some bullshit. Because once your 30s hit, then it's like, oh shit, I got 4 years before I got to get my shit together. So I don't know.
But even then, I think like people understand like dealing with a girlfriend is different than dealing with a spouse, or dealing with old lady or spouse is different than dealing with somebody you have kids with. And I feel like not every situation is wasted, because let's just say you did get married, or you have a kid with them. This motherfucker is a horrible parent. You know what I'm saying? So like you shouldn't have to get to that. Like you don't always learn every situation from, you're just gonna learn the dynamics of that part of the relationship. Like you don't really know how good a nigga gonna be a father until he had kids.
Nah,
But you shouldn't have to act, but you shouldn't have kids with everybody. You understand? And I feel like if you just look at it for what that purpose of your life was at that time and what you're supposed to take out of it, I don't think it's time wasted. But that's just my viewpoint on it.
got you.
And the last thing I'll say about wasted time, I feel like they gotta do what they say they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like they start adding all these stipulations and, oh, I'm not having sex right now, I'm not doing that. And that's a challenge to do. You know what I'm saying? When they start saying shit like that, that's a challenge. So now this whole, cat and mouse shit unchanged. You know what I'm saying? Everything unchanged the way we feel, because I'm just like, okay, she bullshitting. So then after this shit happens, then it's just like, okay, well, damn. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker lying, she lying, so I'm lying. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just feel like you can't waste your own time. You know what I'm saying? Be real, be legit. You know what I'm saying? Be realistic.
That's true. Let's move on to the next topic. All right. Now, ladies, I really want you to lock in like a laser on this and pay attention.
Quickest topic. No.
So is marriage, because Harrison, you kind of touched on this, but with marriage, right? And when we're talking about marriage, we're not talking about love. I just want to get that out the way. I'm talking about a marriage, and I think everybody knows what I'm referring to, the business, right? When you were young, I know that you wanted a woman, right? You know what I'm saying? We all wanted a beautiful woman. But as you got older, did you start saying to yourself as a man, one of my goals in life is to be married? PM, was that a goal for you?
For me, yeah, it
Okay.
was.
That's
But
cute.
it was on. But it was. What'd you say?
He said it's cute.
That's cute.
No. Real talk. It was, but mostly because like my dad and mom have been married my entire life, so that's what I saw growing up. So that's what I aspired to.
Okay.
Yeah, crazy as it sounds, I'm gonna tell you something. Yo, I wanted to be married like fresh out of college, bro. like fresh out of college, I wanted to be married, like, and all that. Obviously, it didn't work out that way, but you know, it definitely was a goal. It still is a goal. Yeah, I want to be married one day.
Okay. So that's a checkoff list for you in your life.
Yeah, for sure.
On your bucket
Eventually.
list. Got you. Coop, is marriage a goal for you?
Coming up, no, it wasn't. You know, cause I mean, nah, it was just my success. The success and everything was like my goal. Like, you know what I'm saying? All my ambitions, I mean, all my aspirations and shit that I wanted to do. That was mainly my goal. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I gotta get married. You feel me? Like, that wasn't on the top of my list. You feel me?
Yeah, got you. It was more goal inspired.
Yeah.
Yeah. Harrison, was marriage ever a goal for you?
Still ain't no goal, but it's just because, like I said, guys don't think of adding someone to make it successful. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's something that's kind of like, if I go to school and get a degree, I should get a good job. Like, it just comes with like naturally evolving. But I mean, I wasn't around a lot of married people. Like, my parents got divorced when I was 7. They got married when I was 2. So that's 5 years. I only know a couple people. And, you know, being in the military, it's shown me, like, I feel like niggas get married just to secure a guarantee when maybe they ain't got no hotline, you know, ain't got nothing hitting on the block, but you always got a guarantee. It's kind of like what a baby mama is to some people. She always there, you know. It's so, and I feel like at times, you know, people have values on it, so I don't want to make it seem like it's that, but I just feel that if you ask any guy, they not sitting there doing all the shit. Like, he not trying to be the best DJ, so he can make himself to the best husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a idea, because you have an idea of like fixing and bettering yourselves. And I just feel like marriage, especially the older I've gotten and the way that it is now, I think that people take that as a quick route to stop furthering yourself in a relationship, and it doesn't hold the same value. You know what I mean? So that's just, it's not a goal for me, because I feel like it's not a goal for me, because I don't feel like that's gonna better me in a relationship with anybody, because I'm a faithful person. So we could date for 20, 30 years, you know what I'm saying? But I don't take the serious. I don't see people taking it serious as it's supposed to be anymore. So it doesn't mean as much to me.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Najee, what about you?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like, honestly, I think I think I want to get married. I think I still want to. I think I want to be married. Like, yeah, I want to be married. I wouldn't say that it's like something like, oh my God, I gotta, I want to. This is what I want. I don't think it was a goal. Like he said, like, my success, my business, and all that stuff. I wanted to succeed and have everything at a high level, and then I wanted to have a wife and have kids. You know what I'm saying? Because I always said I wasn't a bastard kid. I ain't want to be no bastard kid. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my own preference. You know what I'm saying? If I'm having a kid, I want to be married and then have a kid. But that was just my own goals. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think, but like I said, I don't think it's just like how women put it onto like, this is a goal, like have to get married. Like, I don't think it's nothing like that, but I do.
It makes them look better as women to be wholesome in a marriage.
Right.
But but it's expected for men, but you still have to have a foundation. And I feel like that's more their life completion journey in the eyes of society.
And I think the other thing is like just the way, just knowledge wise and how you realize like the government make money off this and, all the bullshit. I think that kind of throws it off, but I still would like to be married. You know what I'm saying? But not against all that other shit, because even like my best friend, I had this conversation with my best friend about them being married. And I was just like, that shit just ain't real. Cause basically his wife was like, well, yeah, if you get married, then that shows like y'all commitment and y'all love. And I was like, well, that don't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can show your commitment.
I know plenty of married people that ain't committed.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, bro, y'all been together for 15 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all just got married, don't show y'all committed and love. But I understood it at the same time.
I don't knock some of these married people with these same ideology. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they don't save you from
shit. And to piggyback off what everybody's saying, for me, goal, no. But I want to be married.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, that'll be a benefit or feature to my life, but that's not on my bucket list. Like, man, I would now, of course,
man.
it's not on a bucket list. No,
That's
like,
crazy.
no, because
No, it's not crazy. I'm just saying it's crazy how different it is from people, though.
yeah, no, I mean, and I was born. My parents were married. They had
Yeah.
ended up getting a divorce. Grandparents were married. They were separated, but and it doesn't have anything to do with me being like, oh, okay, marriages don't work, because the older I am now, I know how it works. But it was never my success, you know what I'm saying, was on my goals to do certain things in
I
life
got you.
before I leave Earth. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, to carry on a legacy, I would want kids.
Yes.
I don't have to necessarily be married for that, but I do want that as my foundation in order to do it. But I don't think with a lot of men, we could look at the time frame of what you know, when we want to get married and stuff like that, but usually it just ends up happening. You know what I'm saying? We don't ever be like, okay, I'm 30 years old, I'm about to go on a date and find my woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming to America type of stuff. I'm about to go to America. I'm Prince Hakeem, and I'm about to find my bride. You know, you're not finna do that, right? It ends up, so some people, it may, you know, you may end up doing that, but typically we be in our player stage for the longest, trying to conquer all, and it never stops. When I say this, our desire to have sex with other women doesn't stop. Now we can control it, we can tame it, right? But we always have desire to conquer the pussy. You know what I'm saying?
I can't control it, baby. Future wife, I got no control of it. It's just,
the coochie, no.
I fell in it. I fell in it. It was
I slipped, and it's an accident. But you know, but
sit your dumb ass down.
Nice ass sound bite right there. But nah, it was never a goal, and to this day, I want to, like, that is something that I want to do, but it's not like I felt like okay, if I never got married by any certain age, because really it don't really matter with us. We can get married at 50, get married at 60, and then just be like, oh, okay,
We
yeah,
don't have an age limit for shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what
We
I'm saying.
don't
God, our life is not dictated by, our life is more dictated about the glamour than it is the structure. And like I said, because I've been in the military, I see firsthand how much they'll lie just to say that, man, I love her, everything. He cracking somebody the next day. I'm like, it can't be the same person we talking about. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So for the fact that guys know it has to be done versus women are achieving to it, I feel like maybe that's my disconnect. And because I know that a marriage is not going to keep me from getting cheated on or left or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You have more of a chance to be in my life for the rest of my life with a child than you have with marriage. So maybe that's why I take it at a difference of commitment, because it's more about the commitment and can you stay the course? And marriage, a ring and vows ain't gonna stop you from sucking somebody off at the right time if I go on a deployment for 6 months. You feel me?
Right.
Maybe that's a me thing. That's why I look at it, because it's hard to trust somebody. But like I said, a kid, you always gonna be there.
You worried about Jody?
Hey, fuck that fort. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
He knocked that Ford over. But look, now that we talking about that, let's get into this topic. This is what the big topic is for tonight, because women focus like a laser on this. Cheat. I can't be with a man that cheats. Y'all remember the last Man Cave episode we had? We was talking about the whole polygamy situation and all this other stuff. Cheating is the big thing. It ain't really about, I mean, sometimes it's about money, but really, let's be real, fellas. Women don't look at you for money. I say this: women look to see how you make them feel. It's about your mouthpiece, what you're able to say to them to make them feel comfortable. Because if it was just about the money, why do we have broke baby daddies out here who consistently, you know, get pussy? Why do we have abusers out here? You know what I'm saying? Damn them, but they always have women. How do they have that? Because it's the way they make the woman feel. But anyway, can a man be in love with a woman and still cheat? Can a man,
in the words of Eddie Murphy, I fuck them, I make love to you. All right.
that was a Raw was a dope. That was one of the best stand-ups of all time, by the way.
I think you can. I feel like yes, you can still love somebody and still cheat on them. Like I feel like can you be in love with somebody and still cheat? That's probably a different way. Can you love people and cheat? Then yeah, of course, anybody can get cheat. Anybody can get caught slipping by the right person of persuasion. You know what I'm saying? It's still gonna happen. You just may not be as vastly in love with them. Think about it, when you're in love with somebody, you don't give a fuck about nobody else. But when there's cracks in the foundation, somebody got to plug it up.
Coop, do you feel like in love, like, okay, I love this girl, this is the woman that I want, could be your girl of your dreams, whatever, right? But do you feel like you could step out, get some outside, and come back in and still be having the same feelings for her?
Yeah, because see, all right. Yeah, all right. See, I grew up, right? I grew up where I grew up, and like my OGs, this is what they used to tell me when I was young. I ain't gonna even fake it, right? They be like, look, nephew, look, whoever, look, young, whatever, look, cool, whatever. Hey, look, I always keep you a spare tire. You know what I'm saying? I always keep you a spare tire. Then on top of that, look, when you go out and you step out and you do you hear me? You know, new pussy make your old pussy better. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well just go ahead. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that's what I was brought up on. And that's what I was brought up on. So what I'm saying is, have I seen people in love? Yes, I've seen people in love and still step out and go crack something. Yes, and come back home, still provide, still look out for them, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I do think that you can be in love with somebody and still step out. The thing is, it's just, man, men and women are just programmed differently, man. You know what I'm saying? We program differently. Like, you know, men from adolescence, from toddler to adolescence to grown, right? We raised on competition. When women are raised on being in family. When they play Barbies, they got Barbie and Ken dolls. You know what I'm saying? They have Barbie dream houses and shit. You know what I'm saying? They have it since they 5, 4, 3, whatever. They're playing. Oh, they playing Sims and shit. They playing family-based type toy. That's their hobby, playing family-based type, you know, activities, right? Us, we playing video games. We playing, let's race. I bet I could beat you. Hey, you know, and that grows into something else. So it goes from, okay, I bet I can beat this in your game. I bet now we out. Hey, J Red, I bet you I can. Hey, Nas, I bet you I can. You know what I'm saying? How many? I bet you I can get on her, bro. Hey, and what they do on the wood? Whoever get the most numbers, bro. Come on, bro.
That's the first movie.
That's
that movie I was thinking about. Yeah,
we condition differently. So that's why women need to understand this shit. Once they understand the reason why they such and the gripe about men, because they don't understand men. That's what it is. But I rest my case.
PM, speak on it, brother.
Can a man be in love with a woman and still cheat? Not if he black, because black men don't cheat. But the other dudes.
Speaking on the other race grouts, the other
race groups, I think they can. Man, listen, man. I had this conversation with an ex of mine one time, man, and I just told her, like, I feel like we put too much gravity and too much weight on sex. Now, that's not to say that, you know what I'm saying, I want the woman I'm dating to go out and have sex with somebody else. Or if I'm dating somebody or married to somebody, does that mean that I'm going to go out and have sex with somebody else? No. But what I'm saying is, like, just because a man or a woman does that, especially a man, does not necessarily mean that they're not in love with you. Like, man, we are, bro, at the end of the day, man, as the only thing that separates us from animals is the ability to reason. You know what I mean? But sometimes that ability gets fucked up because she got a nice ass. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think a lot of times women think when a man cheats on them, he's sitting around thinking, man, fuck my wife or fuck my girlfriend. She's not good enough for me. Man, that nigga is not thinking about you when he cheating on you, man.
Right.
And it's messed up as it sounds, you are the last thing to come to his mind when he's cheating on you.
Right. But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Let me piggyback right quick. The reason why women are big on that too is because let's think about the reason why women cheat, right? 9 times out of 10, if women are cheating, that's because they dude ain't on their job.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They're being basically, they're either being vindictive, they trying to get their lick back, whatever the case may be. No woman, and this is an exception to every rule. It's an exception to every rule.
of course.
But majority of women aren't stepping out on their dude, and if they in a happy union, right? If they feel like they dude solid, they not finna jump out. They getting chose up on left and right. They go to the store, do hey, you know what I mean? Bro, at the end of the day, dudes, it can be like just on the humbug, just out on the regular. Oh, boom! I done conquered the cat. You know what I'm saying? And now it is what it is. So that's why I think women get caught up in it too, because their reasoning for cheating is different. So they're projecting and feel like we feel the same way. So
that's exactly what it is. They projected. You used the right word when you said that.
I'm gonna say it in simple terms. Our dicks don't have feelings attached to it.
Facts.
At all.
We don't.
Facts.
Your vagina has feelings attached to it. That's why society looks down on you when you have multiple sex partners versus us having multiple sex partners. Because a dude, I heard Charleston White say this the other day. He said a dude could stick his dick in a damn gas tank. You know what I'm saying? Like he could have sex with somebody he hates. You can't stand that woman. But
I've done it before.
Yeah, of course. We all done it. A crazy motherfucker or just somebody you can't stand, but you know in that bedroom, you about to, that anger and that frustration is about to, that's the only thing that y'all have in common, right? And we could literally get our nut, come back to our senses, and go back home. But women, anytime you bring up a man cheating, and if it's a situation where he said, well, I want another one, well, I want another man. No, you do not. And these fake it's not when women have more than one dude, what do they call that fake stuff? What's it called?
I know what you're talking about. That's
Palandry,
something like that.
Yeah,
polyandry.
If two dudes share a woman knowingly, and I'm talking about they're in the same household, those dudes are probably homosexual. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a thousand.
Or Will Smith.
Yeah, or Will Smith, Dwayne Wade. Look, we love y'all, man. Will, put me in the movie, bro. But
Dwayne Wade slander will not be tolerated. You say that shit about that nigga. You talk that shit. You talk that shit about Willard. All right. But what you won't do is you won't talk about the second best shooting guard of all time. We still there? We still there?
No. I think your phone.
We froze when you said that.
We glitched.
Hey, I know we talking about something else, but you really think Dwayne Wade is the second best shooting guard?
Dwayne Wade is my favorite player of all time.
But you think he was the second best shooting guard is what I asked you.
You talking about over Kobe?
Or Jordan, because both of them were shooting guards.
We're talking about in general.
I said
second. About Kobe and Jordan.
So who is better than Kobe or Jordan?
Oh, I put Jordan number one, but
and did Wade over Kobe?
Look,
he said
second. I got Kobe. D Wade is my favorite.
No. I want you to say it out your mouth. No.
I'm trying to beat around.
I'm going to say honestly that niggas don't gotta be in love with somebody to cheat. That's all.
That's what we done. I was
say, since he brought it back to go back off of that, ladies be so focused on the cheating aspect of it. Back when and see, the thing is, we always bring up our grandparents, and they be like, okay, well, the women didn't have nowhere to go, but we got somewhere to go now. But I'm like, yeah, but you're still not obtaining what you want, which is a man. Of course, you're doing that goal-driven stuff, getting your money, having big jobs because you're forced in a situation where you have to do it because you're not married once you get out of college, or you're not chose up on when you get to college, or not even that. You're chose up on, but you throw that to the side because you're going to want a man eventually. You know what I'm saying? You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have a man, you feel incomplete. We could have all the money in the world and never have a wife, but we'll feel complete because we obtain the competition. Like Coop said, we grow up playing with Transformers, Ninja Turtles, Spider-Man, race cars, trying to compete. In high school, who can run middle school, who can run the fastest? High school, man, you sorry on the court. It's always competition. And even in the workforce, how can I be the boss? Dame Dash said it the best. The women want the boss. You know what I'm saying? And if you hating on the boss, you just a hater. So yeah, we can have sex with other women, and you don't need to feel like, oh my God, I can't trust him. Now, if you're talking about
Well, you
trusting
can't
him,
trust him, but that don't mean he don't love you.
that he don't love you, right? You
Right.
can't trust him in the sense of having sex with somebody else, but unless he's paying the other girl bills, taking her out, spending money on her, spending time with her family, that's what I like, what men look at as cheating. Because when y'all cheat, it's an emotional connection. That means I'm not doing my job. Because
Right.
like I said earlier, women will stop talking to you based off a dude who gives her potential.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He took her out on a date. She said, oh, I see where this is going. I'm gonna keep going out with him. I'm gonna have to put this nigga just having sex with me on the side. You know what I'm saying?
And then
And
2
I'm
months
fine with
later,
that.
2 months later, she like, what you doing, big head? Yeah, because that shit was trash.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that actually. Just
Right. I
have
mean,
sex
look,
with me.
yeah, I've had that before. Girl,
Show
be like,
me.
look,
Hey, show me. Show me. Shit.
let me ask y'all this. Harrison, do all men cheat?
I don't think
Generally
I don't think
speaking.
that's a well, one, I don't think that's a gender specific question, because a nigga gotta cheat with of what? Unless you fucking with another nigga, you gotta cheat with the opposite sex. So
That's a good. Yep.
so I feel like that just is coined to us because, like you said, women cheat for a different reason. But I'm gonna let you know, I done been with people who cheated. They ain't got no standards. So some of them, like you got to put the work in. Some of them just as scandalous as a guy. So I don't think it's a.
Sure.
I think it's a. If you're a cheater, you're going. It's almost like if you only fuck with broke niggas, you're gonna attract broke niggas. I feel like you know innately what that characteristic looks like of somebody who's an infidel.
I genuinely say that yes, all men cheat, but based off of what Harrison had just pretty much put out there, right?
I disagree, bro.
Well, no, this what I'm saying is realistically.
Damn, because he agree with me. Now you got to disagree. Ain't that a bitch? Yeah, boy.
What I'm saying is
Go off, King.
does every single man cheat? No, but cheating is a big deal, and it's here, never went anywhere. And Western civilization has changed up what the concept of that is. So I would tell a woman, yes, go into it knowing what the risks are. You know what I'm saying? So you wouldn't be distraught. You just have to know how to move accordingly. That's how I see it. Because if you're in a situation, and we talked about this, you remember on the last show, I said if a man is paying all your bills and all this other stuff, you find out he cheats, do you leave? And if your answer is yes, I'd be like, okay, well, now you got to go back into the dating pool with children, right?
Broke.
Older. You're not the same as you were when you were in your 20s and stuff like that. Now you got to find another guy who may end up doing the same thing to you. I think it just depends on the level of the respect that he has for you. Because if he going around town, like you remember what, I ain't gonna bring that up, but if he goes around town, you know, and everybody knows it, and it's embarrassing to you and all this other stuff, and having kids on you and stuff, cool, you know how that shit, go, having kids, you know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, then I feel like that's that. But PM, go ahead, stick up, bro. I know you want to say something.
No. I was just gonna say I don't believe all men cheat. Like I just don't. But I also don't believe in absolutes or 100% either. So you know what I'm saying. So my opinion is kind of biased in that because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's all. I just refuse to believe that all men cheat.
Yeah, I think on both sexes. I don't believe all men or all women cheat. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I got some homeboys I know for sure ain't cheated. You know what I'm saying? But that's just in them. But I also got some dog ass homeboys. You know what I'm saying? That it don't matter how
dog ass homegirls.
You know what I'm saying? I got some dog ass homegirls too. And I feel like a person, just because they could be in a happy ass relationship and still cheat. Everything could be great, and they still just go out there and cheat. So
don't ask me how I know this portion of information, but there's a whole section on certain sites where if you type in cheating, they're on the phone with their man doing explicit. Don't ask me why I know this. Don't ask me how many videos I've seen. All I know is there's not one, it's multiples. All right. So, like I said, don't ask me what kind of videos these are. You can put two and two together. All I'm saying is these are certain videos out there where women are on the phone telling their man they love them and all this while they are out there slobbing down somebody else.
But I will say when it comes to cheating, I think men treat it different than women. Like if a dude cheat, a dude has a chance to come back in a person's life. If a woman cheat, a lot of times that shit dead. That's a wrap. Like we're done.
No, niggas ain't built like that. I feel like women got an easier chance of coming back.
I don't think so.
Niggas, because they gonna flip the script and say what they weren't doing or what they like. I feel like you can make a nigga be like you can make a nigga be like that because one.
No. So before you put options, we talking about if we see proof for sure that you know this dude cheated or you know this girl cheated, the likelihood of the dude having a chance to come back is greater than the likelihood of a woman. If I see a video, if you see a video of your girl fucking somebody and your girl see a video of you fucking somebody, the likelihood of the male coming back towards the female coming back is higher. Like a dude, oh, we're done. Like
no, yeah, because you what you saying is
we see proof.
She'll take the dude back before the dude will take the woman back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah. Because I get how Harrison thought that you said something else. That's why I wanted to clear that up. Cool. Why do you feel that is? That a man it can bounce back from the whole cheating aspect and say, "Baby, I'm sorry, it wasn't me," whatever. And a woman can't do the same. We'd be like, "Okay, you got to go."
It's 1 to 5.
Because it's basically everything we've just been saying, right? If she cheats, she actually like the nigga. She actually see a future with the nigga. She actually can see her having kids and having, be married and, all of this. With us, it's just like, look, my bottom head, all the blood rushed down there. I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Where them, it's like, well, you wasn't, I don't know if y'all remember when, do y'all remember when T.I., huh?
He was there for me. He listened.
That's what I'm. Do y'all remember when T.I. was talking to Tiny on a reality show a minute ago, right? And he was confronting her about talking to Floyd.
Yeah.
Remember that? And she was like, he treated me like a woman. And he was like, I spent millions on you. What the fuck are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But like real talk, Trip how she was talking to T.I. She was talking to T.I. like, well, he was making me feel this way. She was talking as if she thought about it, ran across her mind that she would leave Tip for this man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I mean,
they're
in a different money bracket though.
They what?
They're in a way different money bracket though.
You talking about T.I. in Florida?
Oh yeah, totally different.
Yeah, but I mean,
but she still acted like a woman in that situation.
Yeah,
like it ain't had nothing to do with status at that point. It was almost like a nigga from Burger King and a nigga from Wendy's. Like they both Burger King, they both burger workers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, basically. So it's like a woman gonna be a woman at the end of the day. She's feeling away because the main thing that a woman needs is attention. If you starve her from that attention, I promise you, it's gonna be another dude that's gonna come through. He gonna fill in bean. She gonna consider like, what if me and Coop ain't supposed to be together?
They already be in their DMs and in their text groups. I mean, not text group, but their text messages. Like every woman has a dude in her back pocket. When I say that, I'm not saying she's giving him the attention, but if your girl has good sex, if she got good head, you think you're the only one she gave that to? You know what I'm saying? It's always a dude. I'm one.
You think
one of those,
you think every woman, bro?
I think every person.
Bro, think about this.
That's crazy.
Everybody just imagine some of the best sex that you've had, right? Now, I know we could have women and stuff like that, right? But say if you're just single, wouldn't you want to do that again if the opportunity presented itself?
Of course.
So I used to be that dude who would be like every 3-4 months, I'll check, do my little check. Like, okay, talk to old dude. I'm just saying, I'm just keeping it what every 4, 5, 6 months. You know what I'm saying? If she says she got to do, you go and check. And I've had it to be with like, yeah, I don't talk to him no more. And I'll be okay, bet. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to be all like knowing that she has a dude and still trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? I call it a check to be like, okay, hey, hey, how you doing? How's everything been going? Well, you and your dude. What dude? I'll be like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? So there are a bunch of dudes who continuously will check on your woman. You know what I'm saying? So if you lack in a certain type of area, and it takes time depending on what it is, you know what I'm saying? She will, that R. Kelly song, when a woman's fed up, ain't nothing you can do about it. When she's gonna have sex, well, she's going to do it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's we're built differently by nature, because if you cheat on us, it feels like our territory. Somebody broke into our household and took our territory. You know what I'm saying? Versus us just getting some on the side, getting our mind right, and then we go home and then fuck our wife like it ain't no tomorrow.
All right, Charles. All right, Charles.
That nigga say, yeah.
I've been
Hey.
waiting for somebody to bring that shit up for the longest. I was like, y'all niggas out here watching Charles and thinking because Charles was fixed a couple fucking ceiling fans and Lucille ass been out there that this how all niggas are. No, Charles is pitiful. All right, don't let Charles dictate when enough is enough for a nigga. Okay,
But
Don't
don't
let
y'all
go.
wonder? Don't you wonder? I don't know if this has happened to anybody, but you'll break up with a girl or stop talking to a girl, then boom, you see that she got a dude like real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because those dudes consistently be in her DM. It's been that dude. If a girl start talking to a dude directly after y'all done broke up, she been talking to that dude. You know what I'm saying? It's just been, it's a build up from it actually happening, because once you start messing up, she starts doing a little bit of entertaining the dude. She ain't acting on it, but she know, especially when she breaks that situation up, if she breaks up with you and gets with a dude like that, she been talking to that dude. Just put you up on game. You
I don't
know.
agree.
I don't think she been taught. I think
I
like
don't
you know how people be like, oh no, I got a nigga, you know, they don't pay attention to it. I think like, but see, I also think that's a setup too. I feel like when they are talking to somebody, it's just kind of because women are based off emotions. Like, yeah, they could be talking to a nigga or whatever, but at the end of the day, we all know when you on somebody's mind, it don't just go away because a motherfucker in there filling the spot. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that person can be there listening or whatever. But at the end of the day, if old toxic nigga come back and she's still on toxic nigga, and this person a better nigga just because she got with him a week later, she's still gonna be like, let me just talk to him for 5 seconds. I promise you, I'll call you right back.
Ask the dude who smashed, and I bet you he said he been talking to her. Ask the nigga that
It
get
go
up
both ways though, but
I mean,
just like he may be smashing her, that one nigga can all if it's just enough emotions, and she say, I'm gonna call you right back. He keep calling me. That's what I'm saying.
I think the only reason I say I don't agree with that is because like that's just like as a man, like you could be talking to a girl forever. I ain't talking to nobody, I ain't flirting with nobody, and then go out somewhere and meet somebody, and then boom, y'all cool, and y'all start talking from that week on. And I feel like the same way, you know what I'm saying? The girl can stop talking to you and she be so hurt, and her homegirls be like, girl, let's just go outside. And then they so emotionally fucking distraught. They looking for anything to grab onto. Like they looking for anybody that has potential, and it's like, oh my God, he's cute, he's nice, blah, blah. And then boom, they right into another relationship just because they don't want to be, I don't want to be by myself. I don't want to be at the house with myself. It ain't gotta be nobody that they talking to. It's just
9
that
times out of 10, I'm telling you, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, that's the worst time
only
to
reason I
be
say
with
that
a
is
girl
because
though. When she
I
just
talk to girls that just got a relationship and I ain't never had a word with this girl, and then boom, I'm smashing this chick or I'm chilling with this chick.
Well, yeah, it's easy. Well, I'm not talking about just smashing. It's easy to smash a chick because she's trying to prove a point. I'm talking about in a relationship. She's been talking to that dude.
But what I would say is it's not easy because as a dude's responsibility, if we smash somebody, we can be in a relationship with them. It's us to pull back. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so somebody can be like, yeah, I just got done with my, I just had a baby. I ain't talking to this nigga, blah, blah, blah. Boom. And then we start talking, and then I ain't never met this chick. And then cool, we talking for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm over there every day, we chilling. So I don't know. Like I said, I think that, yeah, cool, they could have been talking, but not necessarily, not really.
Women, if you ask certain women, they'll say that women cheat more than men. And when I'm saying that, I'm not talking about just from a sexual aspect. I'm just talking about him buying her shit at work. That's where it starts. Those work dudes. I used to be the work dude.
Hey, J Real, you a dirty dog, bro.
Hey, those are my old days. I'm going off of experience. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, 9 times out of 10, they've been talking. Not discredit to what you said, because that could be the case. 100%. I get it. But yeah, that could be that. This is the last thing I wanted to go over. For men,
hell no.
Do looks matter over personality?
For what?
For women. Like
no,
if you choosing up, yeah.
No, for what? Like to go with them or to do what?
to be with the Miriam
You see how
relationship.
you see how he can't even understand the question? That lets you know the answer, nigga.
No. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's bad. Oh, you want to smash, but she could had a worse vibe, worse personality, motherfucker. Don't know how. You can't take her outside the house. You know what I'm saying? We can't go outside the barriers of the house because you don't know how to act. So yes, no personality.
Some of the baddest females aren't married, so I don't know that.
Yeah,
You said they're not married?
they're not married. I don't
Sanaa
think
Lathan, Ashanti. I mean,
Nia
Halle
Long,
Halle Berry. I mean, we can
Lloyd
do this.
Harvey.
I mean, so
I seen a post of this girl the other day, and she said she was like, "Why dudes always picking that? You know what I'm saying? That average girl, like the average looking girl. Like she ain't dolled up, she ain't this, she ain't fucking coming outside. She just average. Yeah, but
she's not asking dumbass questions like this. She's
real. So
hey, Amber Rose. Hey, the list go on. I'm sitting there just thinking about people.
Black China,
their personalities, and you hear them
Malaya.
You're like, oh my god, I can't deal with this.
But let's not even talk about celebrities. Think of the bad women that you know, like
them bitches wasn't celebrities. Amber Rose ain't no slut walk.
Well, I mean, she's a celebrity. I'm talking about just your everyday girl, like girls you done went to high school with, right? Because I see girls that I went to high school with that was bad,
single or
so
single mothers.
Have you went through that too?
I still know a couple of them. That's why I said it's almost like when you ain't never had to work for nothing. It's kind of like what I said when I said people are important for you more in stages than it is about just getting to the end goal. When you've always had something handed to you and you never had to work, which is like with the relationship. And this is the thing, like this is why I said this plenty of times. I feel like females are probably the worst answer if you want to ask like how sex is, because what nigga is gonna tell a female her shit was trash that is attractive? It's not gonna happen. Right. Like I don't know how many times have y'all ever got to talk to a female and she said her shit was average. Never.
I told somebody that shit was trash before.
But that's because
you ain't like her.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But also, what you gonna say? Only time you say some shit like that is when you mad. You've never had a good conversation.
It ain't not mad. Like how the fuck if I'm fucking with somebody and she trash and suck a dick, how she gonna get better? Because she might think she's great at it. And I'm like,
he know the type of woman he telling it to. He ain't going to telling fucking Sanaa Lathan and she's terrible at sucking dick. But he's gonna go tell somebody that can handle it. That
I mean, you like I said, if you're okay, keep having bad sex with somebody, then don't tell them. I'm gonna tell them. I ain't gotta be like, oh my god, you're fucking horrible. But I can say, hey, they gonna like, because most of the time, almost every time you do something with a girl, when y'all get done, when she say, did you like it? How was it? Blah blah blah. She always asks that.
Nigga, you ain't never pulled no list out and been like, bitch, you left the balls untouched. Put a shit on it. Like I didn't really want to do this now, but since you want to stop what you're doing,
what I'm saying is I'm gonna be real with her and be like, I mean, it was all right. Like it wasn't great.
Hey, you would not do that with somebody you like, bro. Stop.
That's why I said, like I said, niggas know a way of.
Like I said, motherfuckers don't know me. I'm the boldest motherfucker. I'm gonna be real.
He probably said it in a nice way. Like, oh, girl, you know what? I want the next time we do this, maybe lick the ball. Like, just say something like in a suggestive way, or like this is me. This I was lying.
That's not me at all.
Let me ask y'all this. And I'm gonna ask you, Coop. Do you feel that if a woman is bad, like bad as hell, like looking, good, 10 certified, right? And she isn't married over the age of 30, right? Do you feel like something may be wrong with her?
Fuck yeah, because I'm gonna be like, my thing is, I'm gonna just sit back and I'm gonna peep and I'm gonna ask her, like, so what? 9 times out of 10, if a woman bad, right, she done chose the wrong nigga, and the niggas done used her up, you know what I'm saying, spat her out because she was bad. And the thing, like what y'all was just saying, the pretty privilege, right? A lot of times when a lot of women have pretty privilege, like real pretty privilege, they feel they ain't gotta work for nothing. They always gotta, dudes just handing them shit. They always got handed shit all their life. You know what I'm saying? So then the older they get, they just feel like whatever. So then they get used and abused. Second, a lot of times it be humbling for them. You know what I'm saying? They walk around with a stuck-up attitude. And then, you know what I'm saying? Shit, they just get humble. You know what I'm saying? They come across that right nigga who gamed up for real and they met their match and they got finesse. Checkmate. You hear me? And then, so because it's been plenty of women, like older women that I'd talk to, like my old job and shit. And I'd be like talking to them like, damn, why are you single? Now I get to the top, like, damn, your elevator don't go that high. Cause a lot of them be dumb as fuck
That's
too.
for real.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of them be dumb, bro.
Intelligence is important.
Bro, a lot of them just really depend on their looks and their body, bro. They can't hold a conversation and say they like, bro.
Nope.
My mama.
So let me ask you this. All y'all, going back to the topic. So would y'all rather be with a 5 with a good personality?
Give me the 5.
Or a dime with
Give me the
with a
5.
not so good personality?
Worst sex I've ever had is with dimes.
Ooh. Speak on it, bro.
I'll say
This is what I'm saying. But
let me say the easiest women to talk to are dimes because they have insecurities. I'm not saying I prefer that, but I'm just saying like you would think.
Well, y'all hell on dimes, boy.
Well, no, I'm saying that dimes are like it's like an overpriced item, right? Of course, everybody could be, oh, I can't afford it. But once you actually get the item, you be like, nigga, shit, I hustled, got that money, and it's nothing. Like usually dimes are like the easiest ones to really pull because everybody ain't gonna try to talk to them.
Everybody's scared to talk to
them. It depends on what you do. Like, I mean, y'all DJ, so of course, being next to the nigga who is the center of the party atmosphere, it's a little different than like regular niggas like me and Josh. I don't
First
know.
of all, I'm not a regular nigga. I don't want you to put me in that category. But
first off, nigga, you lying on here, so you regular as fuck. Now you super regular in this bitch.
I ain't a regular nigga. It's about me regular.
But I think that they are easier. I learned this a long time ago. They ain't no different than me, and I don't see no difference in me than Chris Brown or Trey Songz. Other than them niggas can sing better than me. Other than that, I don't see myself. I don't. What if they or whatever? What the fuck am I? I'm up there too. So I don't really see no real difference. They people, and the worst I'm gonna be told is no. So I don't really have that allure to somebody. I know what somebody fine is, and I know what my features are. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I know what I bring to the table, and if me spending a bunch of money on you is what you bring to the table, then it's kind of an advantage. But to go to a dime, I feel like it's actually you don't really. It's how you catch them. It's easier to persuade them because, like he said, the elevator don't go that high. And sometimes, like in college, all I had to do was call somebody gorgeous because the hood niggas wasn't saying all that. They was calling them bitches. So you know. All I had to say was that easy. So I feel like to really go into a person, it's the 5, 6, 7. 5 or 6, 7. You know
I would pick a 5 with a nice attitude. As far as to
y'all lying, man.
Listen, give me a 5 who's spit on it. We good.
It's bullshit. The reason I say it's bullshit is I just feel like I can't talk to no ugly girl. I can't wake up next to no ugly girl. I don't care.
It's 5.
First off, nigga, I done seen some of the people you hit. So please stop. But
there you go.
I'm playing out. I'm playing.
Yeah, I was saying you bullshit. Nah, like you're the bullshit. You ain't never.
We all hit some regular people, but it's too high of a maintenance. To be.
But a 5 is low though. The 5 is not a high number.
5 is just a regular person. That's all I'm doing. I'm just talking about
5 is average.
I ain't got to be.
5 below average.
Yeah, 5 below average. What are y'all talking about?
What's 7?
5 is below average, bro. If we talking about average, average is
6 or 7.
6 or 7.
7 ain't average.
7 is above average.
7, 8, 9. That's when you start going above. 5 and 6.
To me, if I all right, look. To
so
me, a 6 is like a 6 is the average.
Let's go to 6 then. Let's go to 6.
If I say a 7, I'm gonna say she cool. I'm gonna say she straight. She just like she a makeup or she like a dress away from being an 8. You know what I'm saying? But like
cool.
But that's different because that means she's pretty.
A 6 with a good personality.
Or
a dime without a good personality.
A dumb dime or a 6 with a personality.
Yeah. Cause I ain't gonna fake it, bro. I ain't gonna fake it. I gotta wake up to something that look nice. You heard me?
That's what I'm saying. I can't.
They don't look like that when they go to sleep. It's a whole nigga. Every time they go to sleep, a dime is not a dime in the morning is not a dime at the same dime at night. We know that.
That's not all motherfuckers though.
No, but look. I'm the type, bro. I need something to wake up and look at. You hear me? So if bro, I'm gonna get irritated if this motherfucker looking like a straight gargoyle. You hear me? If I look like
a 6 ain't bad. A 6 with a good
a 6 ain't bad, but I'm used to. I ain't gonna fake it, bro. I'm used to like 8s and up.
Ain't
You know
no,
what I'm
I mean, I just feel like ain't no nigga go out like, boy, I'm gonna find me a 6 today, nigga.
Cause
Ain't,
No,
all right, look,
ain't
and
from
then
no
what
vacation.
makes it 6? Because all right, if she is 6, if she got like a body and then personality, all right, cool.
So then what
So
you
are we
giving her
talking about
then?
just face or what?
yeah, no, because I'm saying a dime.
Whatever you rate a 6 at.
Listen, because a dime, I'm not thinking about makeup. I'm thinking about you just a beautiful ass woman. You know what I'm saying? Now, but my thing is, I told y'all before, I can't have a woman I can't have no conversation with every
True.
day. You know what I'm saying? I can have sex with a dime all day, but it's like my mental. I would rather have somebody
That's
that
true.
it can be a part of me, a part of my personality when I come home. Now, she can't be ugly, you know what I'm saying? But if you give me a woman with a great personality that I can kick it with, that I can vibe with, we can have social commentary, and she can, you know, be there for the kids, all that, I would take that over a damn 10. And that's why a lot of these 10s are not married and chose up, because after like a month of dealing with them, you'd be like, all right, somebody been sick of her shit.
And
So
then in reality, that personality end up pushing them to a dime status anyway.
That's true.
So
absolutely.
That,
yeah, a 7 or 8 can be pushed to a dime status. Very good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can round that up.
I'm talking about 5s though. Where 5 is different.
I just want to get this out there. So you've never hit a 5.
Who?
I didn't say that.
Okay, I was just getting that out the way. Okay, hold on. So I was the only one who heard you.
That ain't what they said. They talking about would you pick a 5 over?
We didn't say you pick. I never said you pick. I said have you? You made it. I was asking you have you ever hit a 5?
Motherfucker, you had some ass project girls that's for fucking.
I hate a dumb girl straight up. You know that. Then they shot the Mobile in the house. Yes, I can't stand no dumb ass girl, man.
Can't stand no dumb ass girl.
No,
me neither.
That can't fly. Now,
I can't wake up next to no ugly girl.
Like I said, that's usually the pretty. Like I said, the reason why also average, a pretty girl is just gonna stay there on her back. Now again, I need to see this person that you gave her this critique on. But other than that, I don't know one. Even the ugly girls think that they shit is amazing. But the ones who don't give a fuck how they look is going to have the better personality. The sex is gonna be amazing because they know it's time to get dirty. They ain't gonna come up there dolled up looking like Love Faces video with Trey Songz. No, they gonna come in there looking disgusting because we about to get nasty, and they gonna be cool with it. But even then, when you watch, even think about this, right? When you watch something, and I don't know why I go back to this, only porn stars are cute. The amateurs, them be regular bitches, but the porn stars are the ones who look like they ain't putting regular girls in porno, like actual film. She gotta be somebody that will catch your eye and be alluring.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, as far as the attitude,
I don't know why I keep going to porn, but you get, you know what I'm saying. It's just
a man cannot tolerate a woman 100% with a bad attitude unless he has something else to make up for it. Like, okay, I don't really just spend time with her, because you know it's a lot of marriages and a lot of situations where they don't even really spend time together. They just be out together.
True.
He go and fuck somebody else, but she looks good on his arm. You know what I'm saying? Trophy. It's different trophy wives and different things like that. But I know with me, for my sanity, there ain't no way I would be with a dime that could be a coon or could not have no type of social commentary to where we could just have conversations and stuff. Because it's like my thinking pattern. I think about elevating all the damn time. And you could be fine now. Yeah, we could smash. Like we could definitely do that.
I would want to ask a woman, like, what do you get out of being a trophy? Because I feel like women know who are trophy wise. Like, I feel like just like niggas know what it's like to be a trophy, I feel like they know what it's like to be a trophy too. Like when you said the elevator don't go that up, if he ain't holding you up to no type of real standard, but he taking you everywhere, I feel like you know you can't sit there and say my time's wasted, because you know what you getting out that relationship too, in my opinion.
It's perks though. I mean, I talk to some people about some shit like that, and the girls just say it's perks. They get flyed out, they get this, they buy them little shit. And sometimes it could be an old ass dude that he can't even have sex, but he wants some beautiful girl with him when he go out and shit like that. So she getting perks.
Before I just like be personally as a mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like being a token nigga. I couldn't be just this guy who come around to be the black. This like I just want to know, like when you are only looked as a prop. Like, what does that say about you?
Facts.
Yeah, facts. Nah, man, but man, this is a good conversation, good convo, man. shout out to everybody who is watching currently. If you have not yet, subscribe to the channel, which is youtube.com/RedsView. And don't forget to comment. Let us know that you feel in the conversation, the topics, all that good stuff. But yeah, man, we went over this hour, but it's a great conversation, man. Everybody, make sure that you stream my new EP. It is called Red Velvet. These gentlemen right here have heard it. PM went to go listen to it. That's why he ain't here. So make sure that you download that, stream it, support it. And how can everybody follow you, Najee?
The Najee Experience. So _Najee _experience.
Okay, cool. Where can everybody follow you?
Everywhere. Coop the Trill. You know, it's DATRILL and it ends with an E.
For sure. Harrison, where can everybody follow you?
The 8 More Than 92 podcast, 8MT9. Actually, damn, 8 More Than 92 podcast. You can catch our show on every type of streaming platform. We on YouTube, we on Spotify, Apple, Pandora, everything like that. I was trying to find a page without it getting loud. But then if you want to follow our IG, make sure y'all just hit a 8MT92 _podcast. And then make sure y'all check us out. We out every week. We got J Red episode dropping tomorrow. So you can go in there and hear him go more in depth on the Red Velvet. And our beef that we had. Other than that, email us too at the 8 More Than 92 podcast @gmail.com.
Absolutely. Shout out to everybody. This was a comment real quick. If you are with a person simply for the aesthetic of saying I got someone and they make the team look good, you just tolerating at this point and not ready for a relationship.
Big facts.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Nothing to prove.
Buck. I told her I like her name, Danae Buck. that's a cool last name. And then Ray Livy. Thank you for watching, Ray Livy. Commenting and stuff like that. For everybody who is on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, make sure that you share this. If you want to see more discussions like this, make sure you support the show by sharing it. Follow me at JAYR3D on all social media platforms. And yeah, man, check out Red Velvet. We'll be doing this again soon. So yeah, man, this is J Red Coop, Najee, Harrison, DJ PM, and we are signing out of the man cave.